I'm Nkiru, Favorzion, and I want to tell you a story. My story. It all started in 2019, and I went in for surgery, fibroid surgery actually. It was supposed to be, an easy surgery, 1 week thing, and I'm off, like I'm out of the hospital. But what was supposed to be a 1 week experience turned into a 1 month experience. I was diagnosed, and during my surgery process, I had developed another problem, and I had an intestinal obstruction. And it took me back into the theater the second time, but while all these things were happening, something was actually happening in the background. I was observing. Unconsciously to me, I was experiencing some of the things that people talk about in the hospital that that we that are not sick, we that are not in their situation may not be able to recognize or have anything to do with that. Okay, so I stayed 1 month in the hospital and I was in gross pain. After my second surgery, I had to stay back for my recovery before I went home. When I actually went home, I thought that my days in the hospital were over. But something happened to me along the line. One day I just woke up and I said, why don't I go back to this hospital I was admitted to, and why don't I go and encourage the patients there? Okay, I said, okay, actually the nurses were so good to me, so I decided to bake cake for the nurses. I baked cake and I asked myself, what am I going to give to the patients? These guys were like, everybody was supporting each other. When you are in the hospital, you understand what we're talking about. Everybody was like a backbone to the other person. Patients are not asking for too much. They are just asking for the ability to get well and to get well better. And one of the ways to quicken recovery is water. Bad water has killed a lot of people. We know that. And also good water has also helped in recovery a lot. But there are people in the hospitals today that don't have anybody to help them out. They don't have any brother, any sister, because it's like you are here, and the distance to go and get water is like how many miles there. And in a situation whereby you have a surgery patient that doesn't have anybody looking out for the person, there is no easy access to drinking water. The person has to travel miles to get water. It's a problem. So my mission today is to implore you to join me on this worthy cause. Join me to bring life back again in our hospitals. Join me to give hope to the sick ones in the hospital. Join me to bring hope to the afflicted. That's actually what I do. And it didn't just come from the air, it's something that I had to experience firsthand. We visit different hospitals in Nigeria, like we've been able to visit Orthopedic Hospital and Parkland Hospital, Nkiru precisely. And we've been able to travel to other states like Benue State, Nasarawa State, even Abuja and Lagos. We've had water projects in hospitals in these states. We are supplying water on monthly basis to hospitals across the country, even beyond the country. We have a vision whereby other African countries can have access to clean water as well. But it starts from here. So why don't you join me to bring hope? Why don't you join me to visit that dying cancer patient? Why don't you join me to visit that patient that is recovering from surgery? Why don't you join me to tell that person that has given up and give them another chance to dream again? It is possible. Water projects can bring hope to the wounded heart and to as many that want to give up. So today, Apostle Favorzion is asking you for an opportunity to touch lives. Why don't you join me to change lives today? Water project is the thing. Thank you.